I'm Graham Elwood, and welcome to another episode of the Political Vigilante. Ooh, been a crazy little couple of days there with the weekend. Donald Trump's ban on Muslims that happened Saturday, January 28th. And there were, of course, protests at airports all over the country, including here in Los Angeles. People were detained, and then a judge in New York stopped it, put a stay on it. So, here's something that just happened. This is being recorded Tuesday night, Monday night, January 30th. Donald Trump has fired the acting U.S. Attorney General after she questioned the legality of his immigration ban. This is reported in BBC News Online. Sally Yates, who has been appointed under Barack Obama, earlier ordered Justice Department lawyers not to enforce the president's executive order. In a statement, the White House said Mrs. Yates has betrayed the department. Yeah, anyone that disagrees with Trumpy these are Nazi tactics, right? This is what they do. Anyone that is against him is a betrayer, an anti-American. The news is fake. Anybody. And I'm not excusing the American media, because the American media has been dishonest and distrustful for a while now, and so they shouldn't act surprised that somebody doesn't believe them. If they don't trust them, if I don't trust you, you could be telling me that the sky is blue and I might question it. So, what Trump is doing, just anyone that disagrees with him is an evildoer. Dana Boente, U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, replaces her as acting Attorney General. Mr. Trump's order temporarily banned nationals from 7 Muslim-majority countries from entering the U.S. and sparked street protests in the U.S. and abroad. In a letter, Mrs. Yates had said she was not convinced that the president's order was lawful. Yeah, it's not. It's against the Constitution and the plaque on the Statue of Liberty. It says, give us your sick, you're tired, you're poor. But if they're Muslims, they got to stay out. It doesn't say that on the Statue of Liberty. As long as I am the acting Attorney General, the Department of Justice will not present arguments and evidence of this executive order, she said. Within hours, the White House pronounced President Trump has relieved Mrs. Yates of her duties. She had betrayed the Department of Justice by refusing to enforce a legal order designed to protect the citizens of the United States, a statement from the press secretary said. Hey, so how about that white Christian supremacist guy that shot up that black church in South Carolina? Why don't we ban him? Why don't we ban all Christians? Because he's unsafe. He's allowed to grab a gun. You're more likely to die from gun violence in America than from a Muslim terrorist. It also described her as weak on borders and very weak on illegal immigration. Oh yeah, she's weak. Anyone that doesn't is fake. Anybody. Anybody. Her replacement, Mr. Boente, was also appointed by Barack Obama in 2015. He was confirmed by the U.S. Senate, making him eligible for appointment while Mr. Trump waits for his own nominee to be approved. Senator Jeff Sessions is awaiting a confirmation hearing for the role later this week. Meanwhile, hundreds of diplomats and foreign servants have been drafting a dissent cable to formally criticize the president's executive order. A draft version of the cable said that immigration restrictions will not make the U.S. safer and are un-American and will send the wrong message to the Muslim world. The ban bars citizens from Iraq, Syria, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. Yeah, it's unbelievable what happened. Like, musicians were blocked. There's an Iranian director that might not be able to come to the Oscars. Anybody doing business in any of these countries, any American person doing business, anybody that has legal visas from these countries where they were detained, it does not help anything. And it's like, man, this is going to be the front page of any ISIS recruiting is going to be this ban and, dummy Trump. The White House has consistently defended Mr. Trump's executive order despite the controversy, with Press Secretary Sean Spicer saying diplomats should get with the program. Just get with the program. Do you understand America's position in the world? First of all, we can't talk about democracy and liberty and freedom when we're denying it from people here. There were a bunch. I talked with in Afghanistan and Iraq when I was there doing comedy shows. I was in Afghanistan 3 times and Iraq 3 times. I talked to numerous Iraqi and Afghani nationals who were interpreters. They called them Terps. And they helped a lot of people out. I mean, I know soldiers that, like, without the Terps saved our life. And you're now telling those people they can't come in this country? What America has only just had white people in it? When? When has that happened? I'll tell you when. Never. It's never happened. Because the first white people that came here, there was Native Americans. And then people from all different countries have been coming here for 200 some years. That's what America's all about. I mean, any white supremacist group, there should be a ban on them. We should have a registry for any militia in America, because they're more dangerous than someone coming from one of these countries with a perfectly legal visa and passport. Jackass. President Obama said he was heartened citizens exercising their constitutional right to assemble, organize, and have their voices heard by their elected officials is exactly what we need to see when American values are at stake, even though Obama passed a bunch of rules that kind of made this easy for Trump. And I'll go into that in a separate video. Mr. Trump also replaced the acting director of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Daniel Ragsdale, who has been in the post since January 20. He is former deputy director. The president appointed Thomas Homan, the executive associate director of enforcement and removal, as the new acting director. A statement from the Department of Homeland Security announcing the change did not explain the reason for it. Boy, buddy, how'd these guys get fired? By Twitter? So, I am not in favor of any of this stuff that Trump is doing, but to be clear, and I'm going to cover it in another one, Obama has passed a lot of rules that kind of made this easy for Trump to do. But this is also, we're seeing what Trump is doing. And no one should be surprised. I'll give Trump credit. He's a man of his word. He's doing everything he said in his crazy campaign. Now it's happening. So the only people that are puzzled are like these passive Trump supporters who were just like, he said crazy stuff during the campaign. I just wanted to get jobs back. And now they're like, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, this is what's happening. It's crazy. It's crazy what he's doing. But the ACLU has increased their membership and money. So pay close attention, guys. This is going to get crazy, and you're going to see, a lot of legal action is going to start happening, and anyone that defies Trump is going to just start firing people and putting people in jail. This is going to happen. So people are going to have to stand up to him at every level. Pay close attention. Like this video. Hit subscribe. This is Graham Elwood, Political Vigilante. Thanks for watching.